Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom, 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 Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody who's joining us on our live stream. I returned last night at 7:30 from Australia. So we'll see if I make sense tonight, okay? And I was with one of my closest friends and his family, colleague who I spent really 6 years sitting next to in rabbinical school and during our year getting a master's in Jewish education. And he's a rabbi in Melbourne. And he said to me, we were driving around one day, he said, you know, a lot of Australian Jews, they don't really do Hanukkah. I said, what? How is that possible? They don't do Hanukkah? He said, well, it's a summer holiday for us. So if you want to light the candles with your kids and you want to do it actually on the right day, you know, you're lighting candles at 9:30 at night, right? Think about that, right? It's, you know, the world upside down. And you lose a lot of the metaphors that we use during Hanukkah, right? Because it's not the darkest time of year, it's the lightest time of year. So you lose that metaphor of bringing in more light into the darkness. I felt bad that they have Hanukkah in summer. Because it is at this time of year. It is in moments like this. I opened my eyes for a little bit, I think 7:30 this morning, it was still dark. Whew. Or at 4:30 this afternoon, and it was already dark at 4:30, I think? Yeah.
Getting there.
Close to it. Where we need to feel that light coming in. It's the right time for Hanukkah. Where we need to feel the light coming in to our homes and our sanctuaries, our families, our friends. Where we need to remember the most important candle on the Chanukiah, the Shamash, the one that helps light them all. Be a Shamash. Australia doesn't need the light, but we do.
Shalom Aleichem,
Aleichem Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. We continue page 138, 139, Lechadodi. Verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and when we reach our 9th and final verse, if you please rise when we reach that 9th and final verse and face the entrance to our sanctuary as we welcome the Sabbath bride here with us tonight. Yalalai lechadodi, yalalai likrat kala, yalalai b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekah. Shabbat, b'nei מקור הברכה מראש מקדם מסופר סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה לקראת כלה בני שבת קם אליו. Verse 5 התעוררי כי בעורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך אדוני לקראת כלה בני שבת נקם אליו. בואי ושלום עצרת בעלה גם בשמחה וצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לקראת כלה בני שבת נקם לך אדוני לקראת כלה בני שבת נקם We continue with the Baruch, page 146. Please rise if you're able. Please be seated. Let's continue reading on the top of page 149 together. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars, creator of the tide of time and light. You guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And continuing together on the top of 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise for Shema if you're able, 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך,
והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. We continue on page 158. While I was gone, I asked Rabbi Daniel to write the weekly email, the weekly message in the email, and he actually chose to write about something that, again, my friend in Melbourne wrote about in his weekly email, about how maybe the real miracle of Hanukkah was that the Maccabees, the priests, decided that even though they only had enough oil for one night, that they were still going to light the Chanukiah. That was maybe the miracle that we all should really get caught up in, the sort of faith to do something even if you assume that it's not going to be successful, that you didn't have enough to get through the moment that you're in, to just still take a step forward and go ahead and do it. We sing Mi Chamocha, our song of redemption, about a miracle that, I don't know, did the sea split? And yet we sing about it every day in Judaism, more than once a day. And there's another story, of course, about Michamocha, about when the sea split, that it only split once one of the Israelites entered the sea, that it was the willingness to take the step forward, to light the menorah, to walk into the sea, that created the possibility for a miracle. It's become our tradition on the fourth Friday night that if you are a young person, you think of yourself as a young person, come join us on the floor up here at the front of the bima. That would be great to have you up here. I'm going to come and have a seat. If anybody would like to have a seat with me, it'll feel really lonely if I'm here by myself. I promise. It'll feel lonely. If we need a few adults to help with our Sukkat Shalom, with our Sukkah of peace. So we like to come underneath this shelter of peace as a representation of, I hope, the peace that you feel when you are here with us at Temple Beth Emeth, surrounded by a community that will always shelter you with peace. We hope that you feel that shelter now. And whenever you're with us, whenever you're in our building, whenever you're with our community, and really, wherever you are, we hope that our shelter of peace extends to you.
Spread the shelter
thank you for sheltering us. Page 162. This Shabbat's different because it has Hanukkah built into it. Makes it a little easier to make it different. Page 162. We continue with the Amidah, the central prayer of this evening's service. On page 164 is where it begins. We will chant out loud together through page 170, and then continue silently through page 180 if you like, either in the words in Hebrew or English. And is it not included? You're going to sing Al HaNisim after, yes?
Yes.
All right. So, through page 180, if you're going to continue in the Hebrew or English, or if those words don't speak to you, the words of your own heart. And when you're done with your prayer, if you'd please be seated. If you're able, though, please rise. Page 164.
Adonai sefadai tiftach ufi agid tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיים מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש שמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may have noticed reading through the Amidah that during our prayer for Thanksgiving it said, if it's Hanukkah, turn to page 556. So I'm going to invite everyone to turn to page 556 because we say these words, Al Hanisim, on this special holiday to remind us of the miracles and the great gifts that we have gotten. Al hanisim ve'al ha'porkan ve'al ha'gvurot ve'al ha'tishuot ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita la'avoteinu bayamim ha'hem bayamim ha'hem bayamim ha'hem bazman
as in each generation a hero arises to save us from tyrants who seek our demise. Give thanks and rejoice with our Hanukkah lights. Al hanisim ve'al ha'porkan ve'al ha'gvurot ve'al ha'tishuot ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita la'avoteinu.
So a quick story for Hanukkah. Of course, this story takes place in my favorite town, besides Ann Arbor, that is, the town of Chelm. Beryl and Chaim were in their home playing dreidel together, right, as all good Chelmites do every night of Hanukkah. They were playing dreidel, and they were having a good time. They were spinning the dreidel. Beryl happened to be winning at the moment. He had a whole huge stack of kopecks, and he was just having a great time. It was all good for him that evening. All of a sudden, they get a knock on the door, and they open the door, and there is a raggedy old man outside the door. He has holes in his clothes. He has a hole in his shoe. His big toe is popping out the front of his shoe. It did not look good. And in Chelm, it's not like Australia. It's winter there. And it was cold. And so they said, come on in, come inside. So the man came in and he sat down in the corner of the room, and Beryl and Chaim kept on playing dreidel as they were doing. And Beryl's money, stack of kopecks, kept growing larger and larger. It was terrific. It was really good. Finally, they look over at the old man and they say, listen, do you know how to play dreidel? And he said, no, not really. I don't know so much. And they explained everything to him. They explained the letters on the dreidel, Nes Gadol Hayasham, and what each of the letters were represented, and how you put money in and take money out and split it. Okay, so they explained all of the rules. The man sits down, he starts playing, and he starts winning big time. His stack of kopecks is up to here. Beryl's is down to here. And Chaim, he doesn't even have any left. He's out of the game already. It's horrible for Chaim. Chaim was having a really bad night. Finally, by the end of the night, they look at him and they said, you said you didn't even know how to play dreidel. How is it possible that you have all of the kopecks and we have nothing? Because he, at that point, had won everything. The old man looked at Chaim and Beryl, said, listen, guys, I hate to break it to you. I'm not actually, a poor old man on the street. I'm Elijah the prophet. And I came to see how you were doing tonight. And you taught me how to play dreidel. And I feel blessed because of that. And because you taught me how to play dreidel and you were so kind to me, I'm going to bless you and your home and provide you with many, many blessings. And he did just that, and Elijah walked out with all the kopecks in his pockets as well. Now, it turns out that Elijah pulled this scam 27 more times all throughout Chelm. So if you're ever in need of money during Hanukkah, go to Chelm. Shabbat Shalom. I always like it when there's a little laughter before our prayer for healing. That when we think of our loved ones who are in need of healing, it's good. I've been catching the guitar like that for 20 years, so more than that. Yeah. When we have our loved ones who are in need of healing, that it isn't only seriousness and taking care of and sternness that needs to go into healing, but laughter too. And so let's take some of that laughter that we were just sharing at Beryl and Chaim and Elijah, and send out some of that sweetness and goodness. And I think laughter brings a little bit of light too, so some of that light as well, and some of those sounds of children's voices we hear in the background, or wandering through our sanctuary even during our prayers. Let's take some of that wonder and beauty and pass it on to our loved ones who are in need of healing, friends and family, anybody that's a part of our community, your community. We are particularly mindful of Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Valentina Wolfson, Hillary Hanwerger, Bridget Ford, Joel Berger, Margaret Leslie, Stacy Young, Sydney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Buddy Tepper, Carrie Thorpe, Rachel Charson-Tunk, David Seidenstecker, Terry Logan, Carol Morgan, Dick Jordanson, Shelley Schwartz, Margaret Pooler, Melissa Dorfman, Steve Conway, Daniel Heumann, Milton Child, Sherilyn Ford, and Shmuel Natan ben Avraham Yaakov. If there are other names you'd like to add to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours. Page 371.
Of strength, renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Aleinu can be found on page 586. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'tzeit gedula liyotzeh b'reshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'kor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Page 591.
V'nemar, v'haya Adonai, l'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yihyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We are in the first 30 days of mourning, the period of Shoshim for Ina Mae Goodman, Stephen Gill, Elizabeth Enser, and Benedetto Romolino Jr. Our yard sites this week are for Merrill Abramson, Hugo Adler, Selma Adler, Carl Berg, Louis Berger, Pauline Bloom, Sidney Cohen, Sadie Cooper, R. Gibson Fair, Doris Fallman, Julius Fetterman, Hy Friedland, Marjorie Gross, Fanny Harris, Carol Isaacman, David Klein, Sylvia Krasnov, Mary Kroll, Bernice Lapidus, Ronnie Linkner, William Lowenstein, Minnie Marion, Francis Mert, Carolyn Parkus, Susie Rafel, Carrie Riff, Dora Sauls, Eleanor Simon, Jack Solomon, Harriet Stern, Celia Stern, Evelyn Schwartzwald, Roy Vanek, and Vincent Wisiak. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all those mentioned, for all those who go unmentioned, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayed zechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'yizman kariv v'emru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah v'ra le'olam u'lamei amaya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei l'kudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim alinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'romav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. May their memories be forever a blessing. Please be seated. And it's my honor to invite to our bima Steve Lawn, the VP of Education at Temple Beth Emeth. And as you continue to walk up with your trusty sidekick here, are you on our board too now? Yes, you should be on our board one day. You may have noticed that we did not light Shabbat candles at the beginning of the service. Judaism has at least for the last 2,000 years and a little bit more been about finding legal loopholes in how we do things. And so, I mean, seriously, it's a tradition of finding legal loopholes. And Shabbat begins when you light Shabbat candles, of course. And so, since we are going to light the Chanukiot in our social hall, right? Because it isn't just that we're supposed to light the Chanukiah that is the mitzvah of Hanukkah. It is that we are supposed to make it a public display of it, that people should see your Chanukiah. So if hopefully you are lighting a Chanukiah in your home, that Chanukiah then belongs in the front window of your home. If you've ever been in Israel during Hanukkah, and probably in certain neighborhoods in the United States too, many people put their Hanukkah literally outside of the gates of their dwelling place, right? So that on the street is where the Hanukkah sits as the oil burns. You're supposed to publicize the miracle of Hanukkah. So we'll be doing that in our social hall because that's where our big windows are out onto the street. But we needed to light Shabbat candles after we light Hanukkah candles. That's the legal loophole, even though it's clearly Shabbat. All right, Steve, it's all you.
All right, so before we run down the social hall for lighting candles and all the yummy treats, thank you to the Brotherhood for that. Thank you to Rabbi and Cantor for a lovely service, and to Avishai for the extra guitar tonight. Thank you to our ushers, Trina and Esther. If you look at your insert on the back, there's all sorts of awesome events to kick off 2020. One that we want to highlight for you is the fourth one down is our first community Taste of Ann Arbor Shabbat dinner. So if you're well versed in the age-old tradition of fish sticks and
macaroni and cheese,
all the yummies, yes. All the good stuff.
You got to sing it, Steve.
Right.
Sing it.
But we're going to try something new. So we're going to bring in a brand new restaurant from around Ann Arbor for a Taste of Shabbat dinner. So if you're coming for tot service, that's at 5:45 as always. Dinner is at 6:15, followed by our welcome new member Shabbat at 7:30. So if you're a new member, we will be recognized both at the 5:45 and 7:30 services. So come whatever makes sense for you. And if you're not a new member, come and welcome our new members and join us. So the dinner cost is there. If you have any questions, Candace is over here with a blue sweater, waving her hand. She'll be glad to talk to you and answer all your questions about that and really anything else. So just volunteering. All right. So Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, Happy Hanukkah. We'll see you soon for lighting candles.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. All right. I'm going to follow directions here. It says,
Seemed like it'd be just more fun that way.
yeah.
The
Let's do
Pied
it.
Piper.
It says we're going to sing our way out of the sanctuary. But that means that we're going to have to go out the back, the main entrance to our sanctuary. Put your sidurim back, please, if you would. That will
And
make.
take any papers so that we can recycle them.
And you got to keep singing the whole time as we then walk to the sanctuary. We'll do one verse here. How about that? Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. All right, let's go. Come on. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Shalom bimromav, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel,